People play the negotiation game with their eyes closed, or worse, blindfolded. Their eyes are open, but they're blindfolding themselves because they don't know what they want. Before you enter a negotiation, if you want to eliminate half of the problems, half of the stress, half of the overwhelm, half of the uncertainty, right? Hey, it's Alex Mandossian here, and I'm glad you decided to watch this video. Now, please subscribe to this channel because we have 3 new videos that come out every single week on ethical influence and sales and marketing. And make sure you click on the bell because you'll get notified when the new videos come out. Make sure you watch this video until the very end because I have something very special for you. All good wishes. I want to welcome you to this very special hangout on a very special topic because this is the topic that makes the world go round. Now, it's true, love may make the world go round, but negotiation is the axis upon which it revolves. Now, I happen to like that, and I just made it up, so I'm going to have to make a note to self. Now, today, tonight, this morning, whenever it is, wherever it is that you live, it's about negotiation strategies, not tactics. These don't become obsolete. These are strategies that make you rich. And they have lasted since the times of the Byzantine Empire, Babylon, Rome, right? From Greece to ancient China, these negotiation strategies have made people rich. And by not only ignoring them, but avoiding them altogether because of a poor self-image or maybe low self-esteem, which costs a lot of money, by the way, then you lose money and you don't live into the life that you know you deserve. Now, I have been negotiating since I was born. You know, in the old days, I'm 52 at the time of this recording, March 9th, 1964. I do take birthday gifts. I'm a good receiver, so please help me become a better receiver when that date comes up. But when I was born, in the old days, the doctors used to pull the babies out, right? And hold them up and then slap them on the back. And I think I remember hanging upside down and going, "Doctor, WTF? Like, what's up with that? I don't need that." And so I think I was negotiating from birth, but my mother, Carol, taught me how to negotiate from age 3. I can remember it. I used to walk up to her and I did something bad. I don't even know what, but you know, I had this look of guilt on my face. And you know, when kids do that, dogs are really good at it. When you see their eyes, like, you know, they did something bad. They peed on the carpet or, you know, chewed the furniture. But I would go to my mom and I'd negotiate with her. Her name is Carol. I go, "Mom, I didn't do it." And my mom didn't know what I did. She goes, "What didn't you do?" And then she'd look around the house and figure out what I did, right? So I was a really bad negotiator as a child, although I kind of had the puppy dog factor in my advantage and in my corner. I became better and better and better at negotiating by losing negotiations. In life, you don't get what you deserve. Write this down. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Now, Chester Keras, or Keras, you can pronounce it either way. It's a Greek name. He has the world's, I believe, most famous negotiation school. I mean, if you fly in a plane, you'll see his ads all the time. They are awesome. And they've been around for over 30 years. And he's my negotiation mentor. And his son has been involved in the business. And, you know, the picture that they show of him is, I think, many years ago. So he negotiated that, I'm sure, with the camera guy who posted that. But the negotiation schools of today teach the exact same things. They just don't teach how to apply it into the real world. And because we're in a digital economy with more interruptions, more distractions, you have to negotiate on your seat, like where I'm right now, or on your feet if you're on stage or somewhere physically walking around. Are you with me? So negotiation isn't just, you know, eye to eye, belly to belly, toe to toe, face to face. Negotiation could be done through email, through Skype, through Facebook. That negotiation is all about delayed getting what you want, right? Because if I'm talking to you face to face, then there is no delay. But if you want something and you don't mind a delay, then you can use email or Skype and whatever else. Now, Skype is more immediate. Email is less immediate. Direct mail, there's been negotiations done via direct mail, like through the postal service. That's even less immediate. I like it, the more immediate, the better. So when I'm coaching and mentoring someone, that's negotiation, and we're getting immediate responses. So these are negotiation strategies that make you rich. And so if you want to become rich and you have the right mindset, which we'll talk about, then this is what I'm going to encourage you to do. Now, let's start at the beginning. What is negotiation? All right, I'm going to give it to you in 5 words. Right? It's behavior modification through applied psychology. Behavior modification. You are modifying someone else's behavior, right? Including your own. You may be modifying your own, right? Through applied psychology. You're using the applications of human psychology. This is not about business to consumer. That's called B2C. It's not business to business. That's B2B. It's not business to patients. That's B2P, something I made up with all my wellness professional students and clients. And it's not even B2G, which is business to government. This is H2H, human to human. And I was reminded of that in Austin, Texas, sitting in a tower. And it was like a seminar room at one of my marketing mentors, Roy H. Williams, in Austin, Texas. And Ryan Dice, a good friend. He was once a client. Now he's a mentor at digital marketer. .com. I mean, those are the annoying ones, right? The ones that started, after you, and then they just go right past you. Well, super brilliant. And he reminded me of H to H. I always knew it, but I had to hear it in the precise way that he mentioned it. And if you don't know Ryan Dice, just look up digitalmarketer.com and you'll see 8-figure business, soon to be probably a 9-figure business. H to H is what we are talking about. Forget B2B, B2C, B2P, or B2G. It's human to human. So what is negotiation? It's behavior modification through applied psychology. Why is it so important to be a negotiator? Well, if you're married, you're a negotiator. If you have children, you're a negotiator. If you are divorced, you're definitely a negotiator, whether you won or you're lost, right? Hopefully 1-1, win-win. Whatever area of life that you're in, you are a negotiator. If you have a boss, you negotiate with your boss. If you are the boss, you negotiate with the folks who work with you. If you're a supplier, you're a negotiator. If you're in human resources, you're a negotiator. If you have clients, you negotiate. If you have students, you negotiate, right? Negotiation is behavior modification through applied psychology, which means you are negotiating all the time. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. So the reason why it's so important is to simply get what you want. And like my good friend and JV partner and mentor, and I've mentored him in internet marketing, T. Harv Eker, if you haven't heard of him, where have you been? But for the past 30 years, he's been saying people don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. So if you know what you want going into a negotiation, in other words, you have the objective in mind, then you have solved half of the problems that most people face. People walk into a negotiation playing pin the tail on the donkey, which is a game here we play in the US, if you're not familiar with it, because we have people from 5 continents watching right now, right? Every continent but Antarctica, and I hope to get Antarctica very, very soon. People play the negotiation game with their eyes closed, or worse, blindfolded. Their eyes are open, but they're blindfolding themselves because they don't know what they want. Before you enter a negotiation, if you want to eliminate half of the problems, half of the stress, half of the overwhelm, half of the uncertainty, right? Being an entrepreneur is managing uncertainty. You may want to write that down too. That's what great entrepreneurs do. They manage uncertainty, right? So half of all the challenges that you face in life is simply knowing your objective or knowing what you want, going into every negotiation that you enter. And you're in one every single day. You probably have 200 micro negotiations with other people every single day. You probably have over 1,000 with your little voice in your head, or maybe it's on your shoulder. You know, everyone's got the angel one and the devil one, right? You can't do this. That's the devil. You can do this. That's the angel. The angel has a deeper voice for me anyway. And who does it sound like? Does it sound like your mom, your dad, or maybe you? My good friend Blair Singer, who talks about little voice mastery, talks about the little voice, whether it's the inner voice or the little voice, that's negotiating with you all the time. You can't or you can, but the key is to know what you want. That's the starting point. So that's why it's so important. You'll get what you want when you negotiate properly and learn the skills and tools, but you got to know what you want first. All right. How does any entrepreneur start negotiating? How does any entrepreneur, now, entrepreneur comes from a French combination of words, entreprendre, and that is to undertake. That's all it means. A guy by the name of Jean-Baptiste Say, okay, he's the one who originally coined the term. I think it was the 1700s. Don't quote me. You can look it up on Google. And entrepreneur doesn't mean business person. Okay, it means anyone who's undertaking something, going from a lower level of productivity and turning it to a higher level of productivity. So a divorced dad who's unemployed is an entrepreneur looking for a job. Let's say a married mom with 2 kids who doesn't work, but is a soccer mom, schlepping the kids around. All right. Well, she is an entrepreneur for sure. How about the CEO who doesn't have a family and is single? He's an entrepreneur, even if he works for a corporate environment and in a corporate environment. So everyone is an entrepreneur, given the original definition, entreprendre, to undertake, if you're taking something at a lower level of productivity and wanting to increase it to a higher level. That's what entrepreneurs do. And we take risks. And it's really slow in the beginning because you're getting this flywheel moving until it gets momentum. Hey, it's Alex again, and thanks for watching this video. Now make sure to get that very special gift I promised you. I want you to grab your mobile phone and text the keyword you see on your screen, and text it to this phone number, 415-980-3555, and make sure you stick around for another video coming up.